What did they do with Arab Spring?
So Twitter was deployed in a test pattern. In Arab Spring, there's a case to be made that Arab Spring was engineered in significant part by a Google engineer. Uh, so Arab Spring very actively employed social media to enable a lot of those activities. And what was done with Twitter, to understand Twitter as a weapon, you have to integrate its capabilities together with Gorgon Stare, which is the high resolution orbital imaging capabilities that the U.S. military fields that basically can, notoriously read the license plate on your car, can identify you um, uh, as an individual and identify who you're walking with, for instance. Extremely high resolution with facial recognition, pattern recognition, all that. Twitter, if somebody is using, for instance, a cell phone, and you're in any kind of an urban area, you can be geographically triangulated. You can really do it with two. So you can be identified exactly who you are and where you are, what your physical appearance is. And in the case of Twitter, it and most of the other social media platforms have embedded capabilities that can extract, of course, your cloud of relationships, where you sit in that cloud, and statistically, they can extract the emotional content of anything that you're corresponding on, as well as the topic area, of course, and they can map you in terms of relational space, influencers, that type of thing, within a cloud of others. And you can be identified statistically as to where you reside in that cloud in terms of extremism or motivation or emotional content or whatever. And then what people talk about, oh, I've been shadow banned, as if it's so personal. Oh, look what they did to me. They have no comprehension what that means. What that means is they just happen to be on the receiving end of an algorithm that has decided that what they happen to be saying at that point in time is not the thing that whoever the overlords are want to emphasize. And so it can very actively modulate based on content, emotion, all these other parameters, as well as your geophysical location, what is being communicated to you and what you're communicating to others. And so as a consequence, it can move crowds. Okay. It can direct crowds to go left, to go to that place, go to that place, do this, fall back, or whatever. These tools actively manipulate your not just your they actively manipulate your knowledge by the information that you're exposed to. They actively modulate your emotions by the words that you're exposed to and the emotional content within those words. They modulate what you think, how you think, what you believe, what you're feeling is all easily manipulated algorithmically with statistics backing it. Okay, in a multilingual platform. Okay, that's modern fifth gen warfare. And so crowds can be directed to go here, there, or the other place very easily. And that can be coupled, as I mentioned before, with precise geospatial location and imaging. So if you want to add kinetic weaponry on top of that, it's child's play. You're already targeted. Follow what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's modern social media. Social media, everybody thinks, what do they say? If you're in a poker game for 4 hours and you know who the mark is, you're it, right? Social media is kind of the same thing. So get with the program, guys. And if you haven't spent the time to read and understand what fifth generation warfare is, if you're in this battle space, do it, because a lot of things will suddenly make sense to you, but it is uh, it is a incredibly challenging intellectual landscape to deal with, to operate within, because you quickly get to a place where you can't trust anyone. It's very easy to get to that place, and where you are constantly living this life where your ability to discern truth becomes extremely challenging, because you're constantly being fed data and information that is all being spun for a purpose. That's like, so people criticize me because I've had years of experience dealing with the intelligence community and with CIA agents. But that's the nature of being in biodefense. They are everywhere. They are in CEPI. Okay, don't be naive. They are all the way through this, all the way up into the WHO. When you're dealing with those folks, you have to be aware that they are extremely skilled liars. They're trained to lie. They're trained to know how to manipulate your emotions and your beliefs, and to deploy all of these tactics like limited hangouts, distraction techniques, etc., to shape the reality that you think you're experiencing. And you have to learn to look for these tells. Again, a poker metaphor, but it's kind of like poker. You're dealing with the psychology of this person that you're interacting with, either virtually or physically. A friend of mine who is one of the founders of Panda uses the metaphor: if you want to tell where the sensitive areas are that they don't want you to know about or talk about, you can always discern those areas and those topics, because there's essentially a virtual electric fence around them. And as soon as you get close to that electric fence, you get a shock, which is what you experienced through your interaction when you participate in that podcast. He started talking about topic areas that were forbidden, that they didn't want anybody to talk about, and you got a shock right away. And then you were left, whoa, what the heck just happened? I don't get it. I thought I lived in a free society. I thought we had free speech. Okay. Like I keep saying, none of this is fair. None of this is right. None of this is according to democratic principles, if we even believe in that anymore. None of this has anything to do with Judeo-Christian ethics. All of those things go right out the window because we're in an unlimited information war battlescape.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, it's Brian Rose, founder of the DeFi Academy. I've told you my 4-week crypto bootcamp is amazing, but don't take my word for it. This is what my students are saying.
The DeFi Academy was an amazing experience for me. It took me totally out of my comfort zone.
In this course, I was challenged, I was held accountable, and pushed to do things that honestly weren't always easy.
It's been phenomenal, and I can't believe we're already up on our 4 weeks. It has flown by. Going through this DeFi accelerator by far was one of the best courses I've taken.
You do this course, you really get into the nitty-gritty of the activities that will make you comfortable with decentralized finance.
Thank you so much to Brian and everyone at London Real and the DeFi Academy for even putting together an amazing course like this.
Anybody else that wants to do it, please sign up. It is well worth the money.